Gwyneth Paltrow and Jennifer Lopez joke about reading negative reviews. You want to die? Let's be honest. Reading negative comments online can ruin your entire day. One second you're feeling confident, the next you're questioning every life decision you've ever made. Now imagine dealing with that on a global scale. That's exactly what Jennifer Lopez and Gwyneth Paltrow recently joked about when discussing negative reviews, and their brutally honest reaction? You want to die. It's funny, it's shocking, and it's painfully relatable. Because if two of the most famous women in the world still feel that sting, what does that say about the culture of online criticism? Today, we're breaking down their candid moment, why it resonated with so many people, and what it reveals about fame, resilience, and surviving the internet with your sanity intact. When Gwyneth Paltrow and Jennifer Lopez opened up about reading negative reviews, the conversation wasn't polished or PR-friendly, it was real. They didn't sugarcoat it. They didn't pretend criticism rolls right off their backs. Instead, they laughed about how painful it can be. Gwyneth summed it up perfectly, joking that when you read bad reviews, you want to die. That blunt honesty struck a nerve. Because we're so used to celebrities projecting confidence, especially women at the top of their game, that hearing them admit how deeply criticism can hit felt refreshing. It reminded people that fame doesn't erase emotion. It just magnifies exposure. There's something uniquely brutal about negative reviews. They're not just opinions, they're permanent, searchable, shareable judgments. Jennifer Lopez has spent decades being reviewed for everything. Her music, her acting, her performances, her relationships, her age, her clothes. Every project comes with thousands of voices ready to dissect it in real time. Gwyneth Paltrow has faced criticism from a different angle. Her wellness brand, her interviews, even her personality have been endlessly debated and mocked online. Sometimes the criticism isn't even about what she does, it's about what people assume she represents. What makes negative reviews so hard isn't just disagreement. It's the cruelty, the exaggeration, and the way one comment can outweigh 100 positive ones. And as both women admitted, even when you know better, it still hurts. What made this moment powerful wasn't the complaint, it was the humor. Instead of presenting themselves as victims, Jennifer Lopez and Gwyneth Paltrow laughed. Dark humor, self-aware humor, the kind of laughter that comes from experience. Because at a certain point, humor becomes a coping mechanism. When you've been criticized for decades, you either internalize it, or you learn to laugh at the absurdity of strangers believing they know everything about your life. Their joke wasn't dismissive. It was human. It said, yes, this hurts, but we're still here. One of the most unrealistic expectations placed on celebrities, especially women, is the idea that they should be completely unbothered by criticism. Society often says, don't read the comments. You're rich, why do you care? You signed up for this. But emotional resilience doesn't mean emotional numbness. Jennifer Lopez and Gwyneth Paltrow acknowledging that negative reviews sting challenges the myth that confidence equals invulnerability. You can be successful, accomplished, and self-assured, and still feel crushed by harsh words. Admitting that doesn't make them weak. It makes them honest. Oh, you don't need millions of followers to understand this moment. Anyone who's received harsh feedback at work, being criticized on social media, felt misunderstood or judged, knows exactly what they meant. Negative comments linger. They echo. They make you replay moments in your head. And even when they're exaggerated or unfair, they can still land hard. That's why this conversation resonated beyond celebrity news. It validated something many people feel but rarely say out loud. Criticism can hurt more than praise helps. What Jennifer Lopez and Gwyneth Paltrow did, intentionally or not, was help that narrative shift. Instead of pretending criticism doesn't matter, they acknowledged it and took away some of its power through humor and honesty. They showed that you don't have to love negative feedback. You don't have to pretend it doesn't affect you. You can feel it and still move forward. Sometimes, the healthiest response isn't ignoring criticism. It's recognizing it, laughing about it, and choosing not to let it define you. When Gwyneth Paltrow and Jennifer Lopez joked that reading negative reviews makes you feel like you want to die, it wasn't exaggeration, it was truth wrapped in humor. It was a reminder that behind the glamour, awards, and success are real people with real emotions. And if they can admit that criticism hurts, maybe we can all be a little kinder to others and to ourselves. Because at the end of the day, negative reviews may sting, but resilience, connection, and a sense of humor are what keep you standing. And clearly, both Gwyneth and J.Lo are still standing.